All right. Well, welcome to the 5D Academy of Higher Consciousness. I'm Zarathustra. We're broadcasting from Tulum, Mexico. Um, the topic of this week, we're going to be talking about manifestation. And it looks like it's a hot topic around the world. And a lot of people are into it. So it's a big thing. And we have talked about this before. And we dance around this topic. And but since it's out there and it's in the general public's consciousness, and it's sort of like global, and a lot of people are into it, and interestingly, there's some parts of it that kind of like interest me, as far as it feels like a parrot repeating itself in different shapes and forms, and it's kind of like the new spirituality, what is going on in the world, with the world of the spirit, and the most of the teachings and everything is kind of like a color copy of itself, and it keeps repeating itself in this form. Sorry, I need to move my other phone. So the part that it grabs my attention and it makes it interesting is the fact that I very little see originality in most of the teachings nowadays is happening in the world, and especially when it comes to manifestation. So I just hear the same narrative, that different people repeating it. It's like, as I said, it's like a parrot repeating the same story over and over again. And it's really, and it's interesting because you can see a lot of people are hypnotized with this concept, and they keep doing self-hypnotism, as if you keep repeating something over and over again, and if you keep believing in it and you keep gathering other people believing in it, that thing will become real. So, and we're just going to go into this, and I'm going to explain things to you, and we'll go deeper into the whole thing. So the narrative of manifestation right now around the world is that I have the power to manifest. I have free will. I am in partnership with God. And in this partnership with God, we're co-creators. God and me, we're both creating my reality. So none of this is, I don't hear about in this manifestation, in this partnership that I have with God. I don't hear about manifesting mainly things for the good of humanity. Mostly what I hear is the individual is trying to manifest things for their own good. And normally this manifestation, it's very superficial. So, and it's all about objects. Like, I'm going to be manifesting maybe somebody buy me a ticket to travel around the world. I'm going to be manifesting a new car. I'm going to be manifesting a new apartment. I'm going to be manifesting a new lover. And so it's all about objects, and it's about the person who is working on manifesting things for themselves. Now, some people they don't want to appear too selfish, and in this narrative of manifestation they would also talk about, oh, okay, yeah, I want to manifest a better world for everybody. But it sounds cute, but I don't buy that. I just feel like it's all about me. What can I get? And how I can improve my life, and how I can make more money, or I can just create more freedom so I can travel and not work, in this narrative that I'm hearing from these people, and just being around them and observing them as the way they're living their lives. I don't see a Mother Teresa among most people who are preaching this, that they really are willing to give away their own comfort and their own luxurious life for the good of other people. I don't really see that. And I'm sure there are some people out there who do that, but most of the people who are in this business of no spirituality and let's empower each other, and we have the power of manifesting our own reality, and blah, 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 positive thinking, all the stories I'm hearing, uh, most of the time I also observe that like it's not happening. And a lot of these people who are preaching about these things, when I go deeper in their lives, they're miserable, they're not really happy. And also, let's say a portion of the times that I'm trying to manifest something or a better life, and I'm in partnership with God, so sometimes things happen and go my way. So, and then all of my focus and attention is on only those parts that things are going my way, and not paying any attention on all this other part, other times that things don't really go my way and things are falling apart. Things are going in a different direction. So how come we're not paying any attention on the other parts when things aren't going our ways? And our attention is solely focused on the few times I really wanted something and I manifested it and I got it. And just because I did that 2 or 3 times, now I found the secrets to universe, and I can bend the universe will to my own will. So then one of these manifestors that they're very good at it, they get their car broken into, and they have their bag there with their passport and money and some important documents, and all of those things are stolen. Or they sprain their ankle and they fall down, they sprain their ankle, or they break something and then they're on the crutches for 6 months. Well, that must be really shitty manifestation, because you obviously manifested a negative thing. So you need to go back to manifestation school and redo the course and try to learn how to manifest things, because basically this whole manifestation deal is about positive stuff and getting the objects of our desire. It's all about that. And if this manifestation business is really powerful and it's real, with all these teachers all these people around the world preaching the same thing. Why the world is such a mess? There's no world peace. There's still a lot of really horrible stuff happening all over the world. So why are these people who are manifesting all these good things can't fix the world? I don't understand. Because if you're really good at it and you're in partnership with God and you've been preaching it and practicing it, you need to master it. You need to be able to really do it. So the way I see it, and also back into the very concept and the teachings of the 5D quantum awareness, coming to this other expanded way of seeing things and understanding the existence, is that we live in here and now in this moment. So, and in this very moment that we live in, which is the only moment that exists, all this other wishing or wanting to manifest thing is projecting something in a future. And we're using our past and all the images, all the thoughts, everything that we have from the past, and now we're projecting it into the future for a better future. Because what creating, manifesting something is about something's going to happen in the future. And so that automatically takes you out of now. And that also, it's a representation that right now is incomplete. This moment is not full, and there is something wrong with it, that it needs to be fixed. As if the creator of existence, that which created the whole world, didn't know what it's doing and created a lot of imperfect moments. So now it requires me coming and cooperating with God and kind of reminding God that, dude, you screwed up, and I'm gonna co-create with you and remind you that you need to create something better. What is this manifestation business and co-creating with God? Well, what is it? What is it talking about? What is it insinuating? Is saying like, isn't it saying like, what is not right, and it needs to be changed to something else? I'm all ears. If somebody has an opinion and a suggestion, please share it with me. You can unmute yourself if you want to talk to me.
Did they maybe do this because so many people spiritual people doing very quick shaman teachings, and then they think they're very great, and then they sit together and try to manifestate because they know there are that there are really that they are really deep working and authentic shamans when they're in a circle, for example 10-15 people, and they really go in with God and with Mother Earth, with all their power, and they sometimes can manifestate things, for example in a very dry time, the rain. Could this be the reason that they think they also can do it?
Well,
Because shamans now,
it appears to be that way. It looks like it's a possibility, and it looks like, let's say a group of us get together and we're all having the same intention, and we're doing the drumming and singing and everything, and then we're clouds coming together and it starts to rain. So it certainly looks like it, that we are doing it, but who's doing us? Okay, so who is running that life force with the desire of, all these human desires that exist inside me, this life force that it's within me? Okay, and where is this life force is coming from?
gods,
Right.
everything,
Yeah,
all
it's
the time.
coming from the source. So the same source that exists inside me and lives in you and other people, it's the same source that encourages all of us to come together. It's the same source that gets us into doing the drumming and everything and manifesting, and the rain comes. And it's the same source that makes the rain come. So if you look at the bigger picture of it, then there is no individual in it that is doing the manifestation. It's like the collective, but not just collective as far as the people go. It's the entire existence has come to an agreement that upon arrival of these 15 bodies, which are all God's bodies, they come together, they do the drumming, and the rain comes. But when you look at it from a broader perspective, you see that all of it is the dance of the same source, not an individual.
Yeah, the ego
So,
is dead, and the channel and the love, the channel is open, and the love of God is flowing.
yeah, it is. And it's always flowing, but there's this different interpretation of its flow by different tribes and people and belief systems. But the reality of it is what instigates inside you, what motivates you and motivates me and motivates Hilde and some other people to go and pick up the drum and do the drumming, and why the rest of the people, you know, the businessman, the stockbroker, the engineer, the bus driver, and the nurse, all the other people doing other things, how come they're not inspired to come and be doing what we're doing? So something is inspiring us to do this that's not inspiring other people. So what is this life force that's not motivating other people and motivating a selected few? And the ones who are motivated to do the to making rain and doing the whole thing, are they any better than other people? Excuse me.
Nothing.
So the individual manifestation, the person who does manifest stuff, from my point of view, when I look at it, like as an individual, as one person. We again go back, if we go back to the I am someone separated from existence. And since I'm separated, I'm an independent person, I have my own power, I have my own will. So, this is again where the sense of separation kicks in, because I have this feeling that I am someone separated and I'm able to do my own thing. And that is an illusion. It's not real. It doesn't exist. Because there is no separation. Nothing and no one is separated from anything else. Everything is the collective. Yet there is the appearance of the separation. It appears to be separated. It appears to be like there's a person named Zarathustra with this sense of separation exist. It looks like it. Excuse me. It looks like it. That there is such a thing is happening. But it doesn't exist. There is no individual person who's is separated from everything else and has its own ability and capability of doing things. It just doesn't exist. I mean, how are you separated from anything? You're breathing the same air everybody else is breathing. You're drinking the same water everyone else has been drinking ever since the creation. You're using the same soil, eating the same animals and same vegetations that have been going through recycling through all humanity. Every particle of everybody else in whoever existed and exists is already gone through you and is a part of yourself. What part of us is separated from other parts? So if you want to look at it from that point of view, that's one way of looking at it, that there's the appearance of separation. It looks like it's separated, but it just doesn't exist. It cannot exist. Because everything is depending on another thing. Nobody can come and say, oh, I am completely independent. Well, I'm living in a jungle, or I created a independent eco farm. You know, I grow my own food, and we have our own animals. We're off the grid. We don't need anybody else. I mean, it's just impossible. Because you're still using the same air. You're still using the same water. And you're still using the same earth. And the earth you're using is not always there. The wind comes and takes some of it away, and then some other earth is coming. And then the water you're using is going to evaporate and go up there and, turned into clouds, and it's going to be taken somewhere else, and it's going to rain somewhere else. So, I mean, how are you just independent? If you look at it from a physical point, you see such a thing doesn't even exist. And then, okay, now let's go into, yeah, I keep manifesting, I keep working on this thing that I'm going to be manifesting a new computer, I'm going to manifest a new iPhone, I'm going to be manifesting a new place. And well, what about the times it just doesn't happen? What about some of these people who are really big time in manifestation? Suddenly they get some kind of nasty cancer and they die in 6 weeks or they die in 1 year. So they must have done some shitty manifestation that they manifested some kind of cancer or sickness or disease in their own lives. No, this is a narrative to, it's more a way of hypnotizing the new generation and the general public. I mean, the general public, they're not into these things. They don't talk about it because they don't care. But in the new age, it's a way of hypnotizing the new people into a false imagination of how existence has been constructed. It's like deviating them from the truth of what is. By reinforcing, this is what it does. The whole thing is about you have your free will. You have your free will to do whatever you want to do and manifest. But your free will is depending on a million other stuff. Your free will is not even your own will. And this is something people really fail to look at. Because let's say, what is your free will? So let's say I'm really into the free will story, right? I'm really digging it about the free will. And okay, I have my free will. Well, pay attention to it. In this whole thing of I have my free will, it's all about getting what I want. Just very honestly spend this coming week and look at it, that this free will business is basically about getting what you want. None of it is about anything else. Sit down and look at it. Spend some time, be honest with yourself, and just observe yourself and see, and it will become very clear that this free will thing that we're talking about is all about getting what I want. If you're very honest, if you really look at it, it's not about creating a situation that the other people get what they want. It's about me getting what I want. And even if it works, I have this free will and I want to get what I want. Right? So, what do I want to get? What do I want to get? It's not about the desire of having no desires. Is about, because let's say I'm going to use my free will and really, so now I have a desire, the free will, that I become desireless. So I have no desires. But then I have another way of looking at it, is if, for instance, when you're surrendering, when your consciousness is expanded, you're starting to see the bigger picture of existence. And in this understanding, you're beginning to see that there is no individual free will. It does appear there's an individual free will, but in the essence, it just doesn't exist. And in that recognition, there is automatically something happens, that you try to make something happen, you put energy into it, it's not happening, and you're kind of letting go. You're kind of like relaxing in it not happening. And then suddenly things ta 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 begin to appear. They just happen effortlessly. And they come to you, they present themselves to you, or somehow existence gives way and things open up.
So they think they are nearby God or by the source, but the reality is that they are far, far, far away from the source or God, and that they all think that they manifestate the soul's plan, but the reality is that they don't live the soul's plan because they don't believe in God or overgive themselves in God.
Okay, in a way, yes, and in a way, no, because in a way that it's no is because there is no them, there is no these people, because these people are not separated from the will of God. It is the will of God acting this way through these people. So there are no these people. These people are a different manifestation of the same God, same consciousness, is playing this game of, I enter into the spiritual world, I go into the manifestation business, and I'm manifesting, and look at me, I'm famous, I'm successful, follow my doctrine, and you're going to learn to manifest. This is all God's play. It's not separated from God. This is God is fooling itself or fooling other people by creating this kind of narrative. So, but a very, very small number of people in this life, very small, they awaken to this. They realize it. And in that realization, which, is, it takes time, it's painful, it's got a process for most people. What happens that if you're lucky, or if you're meant to, there is a moment that everything shifts. And in that shift, what happens is that sense that I am the doer, I am the one who write, my own destiny. I'm in charge of my life. My mistakes are my mistakes, and my good doings are mine. I am doing it. That sense goes away. And the doings are still happening. The stuff are still happening. You're still breathing, you're still eating, you still go to sleep, you still get up and go to work if that is your program. If you're still a mom, you're still going to be a mom. If you're a nurse and you go to work and that's what you do for a living, you're still going to be doing what you were doing before, because you awakened. Things don't disappear. That your mind and your body is still going to continue doing things as it was doing before, in most cases. Sometimes maybe it doesn't. But it's not because you're doing it. The realization has happened. The realization happens, and suddenly there's no more you in there. You as a separate entity is no longer there. Susanna is gone. The body, the voice, the character of Susanna is still here. Still, she's doing what she was doing, but there is no identification to it. You're simply observing this body is doing its things, but now you're not doing it. It's doing its thing. And you also start to see it in everybody else, that everybody else is doing exactly what God wants them to do, even though they think they're doing it themselves. But they don't, because there is no them. They just don't exist. All these people you're looking all over the world, they're just, you can call it puppets. They're all being run by God. None of them has the power of manifesting anything unless Her Majesty wants to manifest something. All of them are being fed by God. All of them get sick by God. All of them fall in love by God. All of them get heartbroken by God. Some of them become very successful athletes. Some of them become drug addicts. Some of them become great kids, great parents, some horrible parents, some really great leaders, some horrible leaders. None of these people have their own free will. They think they do, but they don't, because just the free will, separate free will from God's will, just does not exist. It's just not there. And there's nothing you can do about it. But you have the sense that it's there. But I'm telling you, there would be a moment that sense is not going to be there anymore. The sense is going to be gone. Then you just realize in a way, the whole world has changed, yet nothing has changed, because the world is going to continue doing what it was doing, but now you have awakened to it. But that's not going to stop the world. You are no longer fooled by the illusion. But you're going to continue doing what you were doing, most probably. Maybe you don't. Maybe in that awakening event, your life course changes too. Who knows? But that's also not in your hands. It's already determined. No mind, no problem. Mind comes, problems comes. There's no mind, everything becomes quiet. When there's no mind, there's no issue about manifesting anything. Existence will do everything it wants to do, anyways. So, your whole life is the manifestation of existence with everything you have is the manifestation. Now, how much were you involved in this manifestation? Did you decide what you're going to look like? What kind of body you're going to have? Did you manifest your parents? Do you remember where you were before you were born? Do you know what happens to you when you sleep and you're not dreaming? Do you know where you go after you die? I mean, did you have any kind of say on what kind of looks you're going to have, what race you're going to come to, be born to? What, it's like, how much of any of these things we have any say into it?
So everything is just perfect, right?
Yeah, everything is perfectly where it needs to be. Maybe not perfect according to my doctrine, not perfect according to my mind, but perfect as far as existence is concerned. Because obviously me and the mind that I have wants things to be different. But when there is no mind, then there is no question whether things are perfect or not. It's only in the presence of a mind the thoughts come and say, this shouldn't be like this. But if there's no thoughts, it's just existence. So we're trying to fix existence. That's what we're trying to do.
And it's quite funny too that we are using so much energy and we are become so tired that we are gonna manifest and think we are gonna figure everything out, and everything is just there. So we can just relax.
Yeah. Yeah, if you can.
Yeah.
If you can. Until this great realization happens and you recognize that it's your mind that creates the issues, and that the mind creates resistance to surrendering, and it's the same mind that is nitpicking that I'm bored, or I should be somewhere else, or I should have more, or whatever. or life should be different. But in the absence of the mind, there's no issues. There's no, you don't question anything. You're perfectly happy with everything that there is because the mind is not agitated, it's not complaining. The complaint is only happening in your head. All right. So this is our last academy for this round. And those of you who are viewing this broadcast for the first time, I'm heading to Europe. And you can check my upcoming schedule on my website, which is zarathustra.tv. Also, you find my schedule on um, Instagram as well as on Facebook. We keep posting things. And I hope if you can make it, maybe I see you at one of the events and we'll get a chance to meet each other in person.
I welcome you back to Hama. We are waiting.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to coming. Yeah, this is yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
That will be a lot of energy.
Huh?
There will be a lot of energy and a lot of love. Pretty sure of that.
Yeah. So, see you soon.
Have a good time.
Yeah. Huh?
Have a good life.
Thank you. And I will see all of you very soon. And most of you know how to contact me. So if you need to communicate with me, feel free to reach out.
Bring some warm clothes because they're talking about snow up in the hills. So. Yes.
Yeah, I understand. Believe me, I'm going to bring my costumes, my winter costumes. All right. Big kiss to all of you. And
have a nice night.
See you in 1 week to 10 days.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Looking forward. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
I don't know. This makes me funny when I do it. I don't know why.
Jazz hands, you know?
I don't know. All right. Kiss, kiss. Goodbye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Dear friends on YouTube and Facebook, thank you for being a part of this broadcast, and lots of love and light to all of you, and look forward to connecting with